What are the best features from every single Fortnite season? We got a video here by Thundies breaking it down. Remember, subscribe to this channel if you guys are new. We're trying to hit 10K on it. Do what it says above my head. Please use code Kdog in the item shop. Let's get it started.
It's been around for almost 8 years now.
Insane to think about it. 8 years already.
Introduced something new. But in
Yep.
every season, there's
Hold on, let's turn this up.
feature that stands out the most. Today, I'm going to be picking the best feature from every Fortnite season.
Bet.
Chapter 1, Season 1. This was the first season of Fortnite.
Was there anything cool in this season?
Building
okay, building, that's
truly
valid.
unique to
That's
Fortnite,
valid.
Especially since it was a battle royale.
Literally
Players
the core
didn't expect
component
building
of the
to be part
game.
of the gameplay, as it was something never seen in other battle royale games. Chapter 1, Season 2. This season's feature didn't just change the game itself, it also changed the whole gaming industry with the Battle Pass. Battle Passes have been in games before Fortnite,
Yeah.
but Fortnite made them more popular.
Dude, every single game has a battle pass now. Like, bro, I can literally go on my phone and play Clash Royale and there's a battle pass on there now. Like, bro, every single game has a battle pass.
You could even notice the similar layout in other games as well.
Every
Chapter
game has
1,
one, bro.
Season 3. When building was first introduced, it wasn't
Typical
perfect,
gamer.
But in this season, Fortnite added a setting that would completely change how building worked.
Turbo building?
Before
Yep.
this feature,
Wow.
players had to click every time.
Turbo
they wanted
building
to
was
place
in
a build.
season
But with
3,
turbo building
dang.
enabled, you could simply hold the button down and continue.
This made the
builds.
first
This
generation
made
of
building
sweats.
faster, smoother, and way easier for everyone. Chapter
Yep.
1, Season 4. This season's feature was a completely new mode called Playground Mode. Playground Mode helped players
Okay,
get better.
so what? Season 3 and Season 4 was really the like introduction of sweats in this game, bro. Like turbo building and then playground mode the season after that. That raised the skill gap from 1 to 100 like so
As
fast.
you could stay in the game for as long as you wanted and practice whatever you wanted, like building, editing, and aim. And you could even 1v1 your friends, which was really hard to do before.
This was
Playground
so
Mode. So you
fun
had to
back
queue
then,
to
bro.
the same match, which could take only 5 minutes to 5 hours.
Dude, I remember the bragging rights at school used to be so high for anybody that won playground 1v1s, bro.
1 Season 5. Slow motion wins. Before Season 5, when you would get a win, there wasn't really any.
Oh, that's when they
crazy
added the
win streak.
slow-mo?
A banner would just pop out with no animation. But with the release of this feature, when you get a win, your game would go into slow motion for a few seconds, and
Dang,
a better
that was
looking
fire.
banner with an animation would show on your screen. This feature definitely made getting victory royales more rewarding.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, Season 6. This next feature technically vaulted fall damage as Fortnite added permanent glider redeploy. And by permanent, I mean you always had it on. Before
This was
something,
pretty
glider
broken,
redeploy was
but
an actual
it didn't
item
stay in
you
the
had to
game for
pick
too
it
long,
up.
I'm pretty
and
sure.
without it, you couldn't redeploy your glider at all. But
Tim
with
the
this feature,
Tatman
you didn't
fall
need to pick
damage,
up the
bro.
item anymore. Depending on how high you were, you could actually deploy your glider without taking fall damage. Players really
Dang.
took advantage of this,
With
especially
sky
for
bases? Oh,
since you
yeah.
didn't have to worry about getting shot down and die to fall damage. Chapter 1, Season 7. This season had one of the best
Oh my
features
gosh. Chapter 1 Season 7 is one of my favorite seasons in all of Fortnite history, bro. Like the Christmas vibe, like the music in the background. Oh my
With this
gosh.
feature, when you
And
eliminated a
Siphon
player,
got
you
added this
instantly get
season.
50 HP
One of the
right
greatest
shield,
seasons in
and
Fortnite
the player
history.
would drop 50 of each material. Siphon really helped players with W queuing as they could get a quick refresh after an elimination. Even though everyone loved it, Fortnite had to sadly remove it, but it eventually did make a return in Chapter
They should have
6,
never
Season 2,
removed it,
just
bro.
not as OP as it
Didn't
was.
they like remove it because they said it was making the games die faster or something? Like that was already going to be a problem either way. Like I think Siphon really did make the player base even more aggressive than it already was, but like I think that was the change that was going to happen
Chapter 1,
eventually.
Season 8, Reboot Vans. This feature changed
Wow.
the game forever.
Bro,
Well,
Chapter
unless
1,
you're playing solos. If your
so
teammate
many
gets
core
eliminated,
components of the
you
game
can pick
today.
up the reboot card from where they got knocked and take it to a reboot van. You can pick up the reboot card from where they got knocked and take it to a reboot van to bring them back into the game so your teammate gets another chance. Just be careful who you're playing with. You might find yourself rebooting them multiple times in 10 minutes. Chapter 1, Season 9. This feature introduced a new side of the game, tournaments. Tournaments changed the game by making it more competitive. And
Season 9 is when tournaments. Yeah, because what Season X was the first FNCS, I'm pretty sure.
More serious about the game, especially after Fortnite introduced the World Cup. Chapter 1, Season X, Floating Islands. This was a nice feature.
This was
as it
Floating
changed
Islands
the
and
scenery throughout
FNCS.
the season. The floating island didn't just stay in one spot as you might expect. It actually moved around the map, creating a unique element. It was basically a moving POI in the sky.
Dude, I remember when it was only Loot Lake that was a floating island. Now there was like the evolution of floating islands is actually insane. To what it is today compared to what it used to be, like, oh my gosh.
Season 1. With a brand new chapter came lots of new features like fishing, upgrade benches, swimming, and the ability to pick up knocked players. These features were all helpful in their
The beginning
own
of
ways,
Chapter
but
2
out of
was
all those those features, the best feature was swimming.
Insane.
It made moving across bodies of water so much easier.
Swimming better than
Before
like
Chapter
picking
2,
up
you spent 10
teammates?
centuries trying to cross
Maybe,
the lake.
yeah.
Chapter 2, Season 2. This season,
Another one of the best seasons of all time right
we were
here.
introduced to NPCs. NPCs changed the game. We got bosses, which made the gameplay more fresh as it was a new experience. You could land
Yeah.
on specific POIs and fight an NPC with more health than a real player. And if you eliminated it, you would be rewarded with a
The
special
Midas's
mythic weapon
drum
and a key
gun,
card to
bro.
a vault with even more loot.
Dude,
Chapter
peak aim assist with Midas's drum gun, like, oh my gosh, man,
2,
so
Season
broken.
3. This season, we got a feature that changed the game in a way that was needed to.
Drivable
which was with
cars?
Cars.
Yep.
Before this season, there was barely any vehicles.
Dude, I
besides
wish you
some
could
with the
still drive
ATK,
cars
but
in
it wasn't as
competitive.
efficient as the cars. The cars are
Dude,
really
when is the last time you've been able to drive cars in competitive? I literally don't even remember the last season that we had like drivable cars, like, and not like those big cars that we have, but literal like regular cars like this that you can just drive around and everybody
fast
gets
and
them.
hold a lot of people depending what car you were driving. Fortnite also made it so the cars are gas powered and had a limit on how long you could drive them for. But that didn't really stop people from driving away when you would try to fight them, which is the only annoying thing about
It was a little
Chapter
annoying,
2,
yeah.
Season 4. Since this season was Marvel themed, they had to do something to make us feel like
One of the
superheroes
first
while playing.
Marvel
So they
themed
introduced
seasons.
Superpower mythics. Guns wouldn't really make you
And
feel
now we
like a
have
superhero.
what?
So they replaced
3
the
or
original
4
mythic
superhero
weapons with
seasons at this
superpower
point?
mythics. This made the season really fun as there were a lot of these mythics across the map. From Iron
Yeah.
Man's Unibeam to Doctor Doom's mystical bomb, there were a lot of options to choose from. Chapter 2, Season 5, Gold Currency. The gold currency created a whole new aspect of the game. Now you could buy items from NPCs and vending machines, which was something we had before, but a little different. Previously, you had to use materials to pay, which a lot of players didn't want to do since you had to farm those materials.
Yeah, that was
But
kind
with
of
gold,
annoying.
You could get them from chests, breaking furniture, and other
Yeah,
sources
gold,
around the
honestly,
map.
and I
It
remember
is
used
so
to
much
be able to
easier
do, like,
get the
quests
items you
and
needed
stuff.
without wasting valuable resources. Chapter 2, Season 6, the crafting
Primal
system.
season,
This season
bro.
was absolute garbage. So don't expect me to say too many
Okay,
good things about it.
Primal season is overhated. Is that a hot take? Is it a hot take to say that Primal season is overhated?
Crafting.
I feel like
Crafting
it's
wasn't that
overhated.
great, but I guess it was better than having no feature at
And
all.
you could
In this
craft it
season,
like
we had
a regular
makeshift weapons,
primal
which were
gun
really
into
bad.
a
If you wanted to get regular
spaz,
guns with Scar, you
and, like,
had
the
to
bows
craft
were
it,
cool,
but you
too.
needed to get specific materials.
This
to do
season
that,
was
which no
low-key
one
not
really wanted
bad.
to spend their time finding.
Okay, this was really weird though. Why did you have to farm one of these cars to be able to get parts to be able to craft your weapons? This was like one of the weirdest parts of this
Chapter
season.
2, Season 7, minigames.
I didn't like this season.
Introduced this feature where
I'm
the
not gonna
mothership
lie.
would
This is
spawn
one of my
during a
least
match,
favorite
And if you were
seasons.
near, you would get abducted by it, and it would make you go through this pretty fun.
The
minigame where
alien
you have
heads
to
were
collect
so
these orbs,
broken.
and depending
Like,
on how
anybody
many
that
orbs
had one, you
got,
just
could
couldn't
get
kill.
legendary loot that you could use for the rest of your game. Chapter 2, Season 8, Sideways Bubbles. During the season, there were
Sideways
these weird-looking
bubbles?
bubbles that looked like mold. If you went inside,
Oh, I kinda- these are so useless, though,
Chapter
no?
3, Season 1, we were introduced a new movement.
Sliding?
feature. Sliding became super helpful. allowing
Sliding
you to
is-
quickly slide down hills, making movement faster.
It's
They also helped
mid.
with dodging enemies, as sliding made it harder for opponents to hit
It's
you.
not
Whether you
as
were using
used
it to
as I feel
escape
like a
players
lot
or
of
just
people
to
thought
move
it was
around,
going to
It was
be.
a really useful addition to the game.
But, like,
Chapter
yeah,
3,
going
Season
down
2.
hills
This
and
next
stuff,
feature
it's
was
useful.
a game-changing game mode called Zero Build. It's literally what the name is. It's Fortnite without the building.
Do you guys want
this?
Hey,
Mode brought
type 1 in the comment section down below if you want zero build back. Or, I mean, not type 1. Just type, I want zero build back if you want
back
zero
a
build
lot
back.
of players like
I don't want to
Ninja.
see a
To
bunch
this
of
day,
useless
Zero Build
ones.
remains incredibly popular, often having
Yeah.
more active players than the standard Battle Royale mode. Chapter 3, Season 3, Physics. This feature wasn't that crazy, and it didn't really change the game in a crazy
This was
way,
just to
but it
show
was
off
still a
the
pretty cool feature.
Unreal
When you
Engine,
kicked
wasn't
into
it?
your boulder, it would actually start falling and moving. Chapter 3, Season
That
4.
was
This
kinda
next
cool.
feature was a great addition to the sliding mechanic. Now when you slide into a player, you can kick them
Oh,
out
the
of the
slide
way.
kicking?
This is really useful, especially if you
This
were
is
near
really
them.
useful in like the off spawn fights that we see
You could
nowadays.
slide
It's
into them and send
cool
them flying
to watch
off,
this.
making them take fall damage. Chapter 4, Season 1, Augments. Augments were really fun as it
Bro,
changed the gameplay. Well, depending on what
how have
augments
they
you
not
get.
brought these
Some
back
give you
yet?
items and some give you abilities. Chapter 4, Season 2, Floating Loot Islands. This feature was really good for loot as you received a lot of it for
Dude,
claiming the
this
capture
season in
and
general
you
was
would even
just
get some
so good,
exclusive items
bro.
like mythics, and it's still in the
That
game to
pulse
this day,
rifle was
just with some
insane, too.
tweaks. Chapter 4, Season 3. Now, this season didn't really have any good features.
Chapter 4 was
but
so
we had to
goated.
pick one for this video. Mud. I don't really have much to say about it besides
Mud.
it's mud. Chapter 4, Season 4.
That's fair.
Forecast Towers. These forecast towers are an actual good feature because when these spawn during a match, you can claim it by fighting the NPCs guarding it, and you can get some loot, and you can get access to the future storm circles. Chapter 5, Season
One of the most broken things in competitive history right there.
1, Medallions. This made
also
fighting
one of the
bosses
most broken
even
things in
more
competitive
rewarding now, as
history.
You wouldn't only get a weapon and a key card, you would also get a medallion. When you have the medallion, it gives you shield over time, but with future seasons, they made it so it gives you other useful abilities. Chapter 5, Season 2, Dashing Skulls. The skulls were really useful. They were pretty
wow,
much
we're just on a streak of some of the most broken items in Fortnite history.
And they were really easy to get as long as you were in the underworld biome, as all the water there was infected by the green stuff. Chapter 5, Season 3, Car Attachments. The car attachments
Oh
were
my
good,
gosh,
but they
bro.
were
Don't
hated
remind me of
because
Nitro
how good
Season,
they were.
please.
The whole meta of that season was
Nitro Season hate is valid. This season is not overhated. This is barely hated.
just the cars. All you needed to get a win that season was a car with attachments. If you didn't have a car with attachments, it was all good luck at that point. Chapter 5, Season 4. This season, they pretty much recycled the Thanos boss they did back in Chapter 1, but with Dr. Doom. To become Doom, you had to wait for the floating
Wait, what did
islands to
Dr.
spawn,
Doom
and you had to be the first
do in
to
this
go there
season?
and claim it. But it wasn't 100% spawn rate.
Oh,
so
like
sometimes
the
island
gauntlets?
wouldn't spawn with
Okay,
Dr.
yeah,
Doom,
yeah.
and it was just a normal floating island. Chapter 6, Season 1. With this new season, they introduced sprites. Sprites are living, breathing items.
These
That
are
might
still
sound scary, but Fortnite actually made them look cute. They're all around the
Yeah,
map.
I mean, bro,
You'll
these
find
things
them
are
just
so
wandering
goated
around,
nowadays, too.
but if you try to catch
And
them,
there's so many evolutions of them. And bro, you already know Fortnite over these next couple of seasons and chapters, they're just gonna keep evolving the sprites. Like, I'm very curious about, like, in a year from today, what are these sprites gonna look like?
good luck, because they're secretly Usain Bolt. But if you can actually catch them, the blue one is called water sprites. First, they act like a chug splash, but then they start to act like a shield kick. And if you catch the white ones called air sprites, they kind of act like a launch pad and launch you into the air. But those aren't the only sprites in the game. There's also one called the earth sprite. And they don't actually move like the other sprites, but instead they just stay still during the whole game. And if you went up to it, you could feed it one of your items for a legendary one. But it was always randomized. So if you gave it a pump, it could give you back an AR.
I do
Chapter
not
6,
remember
Season 2.
any of that.
This season had some good features like the gold rush effect and the black markets. But I think this feature
Yeah.
is better than that. This feature is the revamped reboot vans. With the new reboot vans, when your teammate gets eliminated, you don't need to pick
Oh,
up
that
the
you can
reboot
buy their card.
But instead, when you go to a reboot
Yeah, I
van,
mean, there
you
was a
can
lot
pay
of
gold to buy
cool
the
things
reboot
this
card.
season,
and you
too.
can reboot them without the hassle of trying to get the reboot in a fight. And the new reboot vans features don't end there, because when you get eliminated, you lose your weapons. But before getting rebooted, you can pay gold to get some loot, which contains a blue hollow twister, 2 big pots, and 100 of each material.
This is a
Don't
cool
forget what I
change.
said earlier. Be careful who you're playing with. Now you might lose all your gold. Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. As of recording this
Was this
video,
the Star Wars
season
season?
literally just came out
Yeah.
yesterday, and there hasn't been anything too game-changing added yet. But since I have to pick something for the video, we're gonna go with the Star Wars Fighters. These are basically just Star Wars reskins
That's
of
fair.
the UFOs from Chapter 2 Season 7. But there are actually
This
two
season's
types
also
of them,
pretty
the
forgettable.
TIE Fighters and the X-Wing Fighters. Even though they're not a completely new concept, they're still pretty sick. They can fly, shoot lasers, have 3 lives, and overall, they're really OP. Let me know in the comments what your favorite feature is. And please use
Hey, bro, W video by Thundies. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. The best feature in every Fortnite season. Let me know which one you guys agree with and disagree with in the comment section down below. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. Please just do what it says above my head, and please use code Kdog in the item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.